Digital Illusions est une société suédoise au parcours atypique. Fondée en 1992, elle s'est tout d'abord spécialisée dans le développement de jeux de flipper, puis de simulation automobile. C'est en 2002 seulement que DICE s'attaque au marché du FPS avec Battlefield 1942 sur PC. Un premier gros succès qui lui permet d'enchaîner sur plusieurs suites tout aussi réussies. À la fin du mois de juin 2008, un nouveau palier est franchi pour la série, qui s'installe cette fois sur console. Le spin-off Bad Company fait en effet son apparition sur 360 et PS3. À l'instar de ce qu'il s'était passé sur PC, le jeu trouve immédiatement son public et devient un argument majeur du catalogue d'Electronic Arts. DICE a donc réussi là où des dizaines de FPS concurrents avaient échoué. En quelques mots, Gordon Van Dyke, producteur sur les Battlefield Bad Company, nous résume justement sur quel point sa série se différencie des autres.
The biggest difference between our game Battlefield Bad Company 2 compared to maybe other first-person shooter games out there is the fact that we have really huge open environments. And we give you a sandbox to play with it, and we have incredible view distances. So that's given us the ability to expand the environments around you. So you see gigantic mountains off in the background, or huge cities off in the distance, and really bringing the world to life more than other games do. And not only from the details from afar, but also up close to you. We've been able to add many more objects, making the environments feel that much more realistic. I think that's the biggest thing that sets us apart.
Battlefield Bad Company 2 est prévu pour sortir le 5 mars prochain. DICE aura donc bénéficié d'une grosse année et demie pour concevoir son nouvel épisode. Les développeurs suédois étant partis dans l'idée de ne pas bouleverser ce qui avait fait le succès du volet initial. Leur travail a donc globalement consisté à peaufiner encore et encore le gameplay ainsi que le moteur de jeu.
The biggest differences between Bad Company 2 and Bad Company 1 is we've also upped the level of destruction. So we call it Destruction 2.0, and what that gives you is it gives you macro destruction, which is large destruction, like you can collapse an entire building, but also we've improved the micro destruction, which is small debris chipping away from cover fire that you're behind if somebody's shooting at you with their gun, and and just removing bits and pieces of the environment, so it's very dynamic and it feels very alive. Our first game was released on our engine, which was being developed at the same time. Now we have a stable engine, and you're able to do different things. You can focus more in different areas. And our artists have had a lot of time to really do a lot of passes on these maps and make the levels look incredibly intense and beautiful and feel very lifelike. And also the sound guys have done a lot more work. I mean, the sound was amazing in Bad Company 1. It's even better in this one, and I know it's hard to believe, but you'll be able to eventually recognize different weapons that are firing at you by the sound that it makes when it zooms past your ear if the person misses. Well, one key thing that we have done with the weapon experience, we call it through the gun, to kind of improve that is now when you're using your gun and you're shooting or you're aiming, there's actual real physics behind your movement when you fire your gun. So, the force of shooting your gun impacts your deviation, and the deviation isn't actually faked and just spraying out from the center of your weapon.
We want you to do what you do best. Be unorthodox. Be lethal. Can you do that for me?
We can do that, sir.
Historiquement, la série Battlefield a toujours été orientée multijoueur. Pour autant, si la partie multi-online est très importante pour un FPS, une expérience solo forte reste un argument très important pour séduire les joueurs. Un point de vue que partage le studio DICE.
At DICE, single player definitely is as important as the multiplayer. We are a Swedish studio, so we like to try to keep things very balanced and deliver an equally great, satisfying feeling on both multiplayer and single player. But we're newer at single player, so we're learning a lot, and I think people are going to see a lot of differences and really enjoy this story, maybe even more than they did the first one in Bad Company 1.
Fake, sir? Dummy.
Les first-person shooters sont aujourd'hui extrêmement nombreux sur le marché et se livrent une bataille sans merci. On s'est donc permis de demander à Gordon Van Dyke en quoi Bad Company a plus sa place sur le marché qu'un autre FPS, et surtout, s'il était effrayé par la concurrence. En particulier celle de l'inévitable Modern Warfare 2.
I think that of the big contenders, we are one of the ones and poised to be one of the top contenders with the strides that we're making with our Frostbite engine. It's very much at its infancy as far as being our tool for the engine creating games, whereas a lot of other people are reaching the end of the life for their engine and need to make major updates. So I think we're poised to be one of the top, if not the best, first-person shooter experience out there. We're not afraid of their success because their success, in a way, for all games and all game studios, it's a success for all of us. It's putting video games at reaching towards being the top media form of entertainment, and that's good for all of us. And we always want the best success for everybody, even if they don't work for the same publisher as us, and so on and so forth. I think us as designers, it's almost like in competition for most people. It's like when one football team is off the field and they're not playing against each other, they could probably have a beer and sit back and talk. And I think it's kind of the same thing with our industry, is that we have a lot of friends that are in different games and different game studios, and we're all friends, but friendly competition is always the best for the consumer as well.
Pas tout à fait terminé au moment où nous avions réalisé cette interview, Bad Company 2 s'annonce malgré tout comme un FPS majeur de cette année 2010. Un moteur amélioré, un gameplay peaufiné, nul doute que la communauté de fans n'attendait pas mieux. On patientera maintenant quelques semaines pour savoir si ces progrès suffisent à justifier l'achat de ce nouvel épisode.
This gonna get real ugly.